If you're in the data world, you know the pressure is on to prove your skills. So today, we're going to walk through the complete playbook for one of the best ways to do that, the Tableau Certified Data Analyst exam. This isn't just about passing a test. It's about getting a credential that proves your value to anyone, anywhere.
And that's really the heart of it, isn't it? This quote from the official guide sums it up perfectly. This certification is designed to be a clear, undeniable signal that you can do what matters most, turn messy, raw data into clear decisions.
Let's be honest. Data-driven is one of the biggest buzzwords out there. So how do you prove you're the real deal? How do you show you have tangible, certified skills? That's exactly what we're going to break down.
So here's our game plan. We'll start with why this certification matters, then get into the nitty-gritty exam rules. After that, we'll dive into mastering the core topics, lay out a 6-week study plan, and finally, show you how to turn this certificate into a serious career move.
First up, the big question. Is this really worth your time? The answer is a huge yes, and it's all about sending a powerful signal that you can handle the entire data workflow from start to finish. So what is this certification exactly? Well, think of it as proof of your end-to-end skills. This is not a test on just making pretty charts. No, it's about the whole process, connecting to data, cleaning it, analyzing it, and, most importantly, publishing secure, actionable dashboards that people actually use. So, is this for you? Well, take a look at this list. If you're an analyst already building reports, or if you're the hero trying to pull your team out of spreadsheet chaos, this is definitely for you. It's also a total game changer for students hunting for those internships or for the power users who are already managing all the content on Tableau Server or Cloud. Okay, so you know who it's for. Now let's get into the no-nonsense details. Here are the numbers and rules you absolutely need to know before you even think about booking your exam. Let's start with the price tag. It's a $250 investment in your career, plus any local taxes. And remember, that's per attempt. So solid preparation is what makes that investment pay off on the first go. You'll have 105 minutes on the clock. That's 1 hour and 45 minutes to get through the intro, the non-disclosure agreement, and all the questions. You know what that means. Time management is going to be your absolute best friend here. And here's the magic number, 65%. That's the score you need to pass. It's not impossibly high, but it means you need solid knowledge across all the exam's topics. You can't just wing it or be an expert in only one area. And this slide right here puts all the other key details in one place. You're facing multiple choice and multiple select questions. Your new credential will be valid for 2 years, and while there are no official prerequisites, Tableau strongly recommends having at least 6 months of real-world experience. You know, that last one is a big hint. Now, for the most important part, what do you actually need to study? The exam is broken down into 4 distinct domains, and this is essentially your blueprint for success. Okay, pay close attention to this, because the weighting tells a story. Look at that purple slice. Explore and analyze data is a massive 41% of your score. I mean, if you're going to focus your study time anywhere, it has to be here. This is where all the calculations, table calcs, and parameters live. Yeah, the other sections are important, but this one is the heavyweight champion of the exam. A huge part of the exam is knowing the difference between relationships and joints. Here's a simple way to think about it. Relationships are like introducing 2 people who can talk when needed, but still live their own lives. It's flexible. Joins, on the other hand, are like forcing them to move in together permanently into one big house. It creates one single table, which is sometimes useful but can get really messy with duplicated data if you're not careful. Another key decision you'll be tested on is when to use an extract versus a live connection. Extracts are like taking a photo of your data, a super fast snapshot that's great for performance but, goes out of date. Live connections are more like a video stream, always showing real-time data, but the speed of your dashboard depends entirely on the speed of your database. Knowing which one to use and when is absolutely critical. So how do you master that huge 41% analysis domain? Here is the single best tip I can give you. Build a calculations cookbook. It's a simple Tableau workbook where each sheet is a recipe for a key calculation, like percent of total or year-over-year growth. Then you practice building them from scratch and you time yourself. This builds the muscle memory you'll need when that clock is ticking on exam day. Okay, so you know what to study. But how do you organize it all without getting completely overwhelmed? Let's map this out into a clear, manageable 6-week plan. Here's how you can structure your prep. The first 2 weeks are all about the foundation: data modeling, joins, extracts. Then for weeks 3 and 4, you live inside that giant 41% domain. This is when you build your cookbook and practice designing dashboards. Week 5 is for the smaller but crucial skills like Tableau prep and publishing. And that final week, it's all about simulating the real exam with timed practice tests to find and fix any of your weak spots.
Passing the exam is a huge win, but it's not the finish line. The real goal is career impact. So, how do you turn the certification into actual, tangible opportunities? Let's break it down. Let's talk money. Data analyst salaries can vary a lot, but this slide gives you a general idea of the range in the US. Now, a certification isn't a golden ticket to a specific salary, but it is a powerful differentiator that proves you deserve to be competing at the higher end of this range.
So how do you put this cert to work? First, on a practical level, it gets you past the automated resume filters that are scanning for keywords. Second, it builds instant trust with hiring managers and stakeholders. But the real key is to combine it with a strong portfolio on Tableau Public and to quantify your impact on your resume. Don't just say, built dashboards. Say, automated a weekly report saving 10 hours of manual work. That's the language of impact.
And here's a final pro tip. The day you pass, go straight to LinkedIn. Don't just post the certificate. Write a short post about 1 or 2 things you learned during the process and share a link to your best Tableau Public dashboard. This isn't bragging, it's sharing your growth, and it's a perfect, natural conversation starter for recruiters.
And that's really the bottom line. The reason this certification matters so much is because it's grounded in reality. It's not some academic exercise. It tests the actual end-to-end skills that companies are desperate for right now. People who can handle messy data, find clear insights, and publish them in a way that everyone can trust.
So there you have it, the complete playbook. The path is clear, from the exam rules to the study plan to making it count for your career. The only question left is, what are you going to build? What's the first dashboard you'll create to start changing how your organization makes decisions?